I want to welcome you folks to another Red Raider contest. This is Gary McNeil and Lou Mott, bringing you the London Red Raiders game. The girls, Red Raiders against the Northeastern Jets. And I believe the girls are coming in at what, like 10-1, Lou?
I believe it's 10-1.
I think you had a chance to go up and see the game up at Jonathan Alder. You want to tell me a little bit about that game?
They played a tremendous game, but the score was only 24-20 at the half. So the third quarter, London started hitting some real big buckets and getting some fast breaks and blew the game wide open.
Yeah.
Jonathan Alder came back a little bit. And then the other night, they just really didn't beat Bexley very bad. Bexley hasn't shown a whole lot, but Bexley's always tough.
Yeah, they end up beating Bexley 46-40 at home, at Bexley, I mean. So that's a pretty good deal there. They're averaging like 32 rebounds a game so far this season, but their free throws need a lot of work. They're shooting under 50% as a team on their free throws, so need a lot of work on that. And Coach Woodford has been working a lot on that. Somebody made a comment the other day, said the girls are 10-1, said they'll probably win quite a few more games if you don't start coaching. I don't know what they meant by that. I've had them tell me the same thing before when I was called myself a coach. But anyway, I understand the girls have a lot of input into what goes on the floor, and a lot of the coaching stuff that goes on, they have a lot to do with it. So that's great. They can step up. They got leaders, good leaders, in Joe Young and Harris, and they step up and say, hey, Coach, it's time to get on our tails. And he jumps right on them.
From all the scores that I've seen, London has a real good chance of ending up 17-3. Lakewood seems real tough. They play them twice. It's coming up this next Thursday, starting at Lakewood. And Hilliard-Davidson seems awful good, but there's 4 or 5 other teams in there which London on paper ought to beat.
Yeah.
So that gives them something like a 15-5 record, and then it'll be a couple toss-up games. The Bexley game again, and so London has a chance to have a tremendous season and get a good high seed in the tournament.
And they're looking out for some people to maybe help come up with some fundraisers, because Tom has already set it up for them to go to San Diego, California next Christmas break for a tournament out there.
Wow.
So it's going to cost them something like, I think, $7,000 for the whole team. I think 3 or 4 of it has already been donated some kind of way. I'm not sure how they've got that, but
I wonder how many players they're going to take.
I think
maybe 10?
7 to 10. And it's like 4 days and 5 nights, or 5 days and 4 nights. However.
Wonderful.
And so he's got to raise a few $1,000s over the summer to get that. So anybody interested in helping these girls out to make that trip, you know, Pickerington makes all those trips, and these other schools make these trips. That'd be nice to these girls. It'd be something you'd never forget.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And so I'm going to start saving my money, because I'd like to go out there too, you know, just to see the boats come in on the down there at the harbor.
I see where they had to fly anywhere in the United States for $159. We ought to get our tickets now.
Get them now. There you go. Well, we're getting ready for the introduction of the team and the national anthem. So let us step out of the way, and then we'll take the camera down to the floor and pick up our announcer, who is Glenn Wilt. I could not say his name to save my breath.
You have it lifted in there?
Yeah, he helped me at the game. I guess I got my hat on. I don't have to leave, I got my hat on. 18th birthday. How about that? We got Harris coming in at 16-4 and Young at 14-5. So they're your leading point getters. Molly McDaniels for Northeastern will be starting out, and I believe they're won maybe 2 games this year. That don't necessarily mean anything, but you could win no games and come out and have a good night and upset somebody. Emily Rich, I have to give Tom Woodford a lot of credit. He's done a good job with these girls. He's come a long way from when he first started coaching. That's not the first time I said that this year. But because I'm very critical of coaches sometimes.
Well, again,
sometimes too critical.
Again, I can say they really watch their turnovers every game. Yeah.
5'6" sophomore, actually Kreiner, she'll be starting. 5'11" junior, Liz Hamilton. Liz has really picked her game up a lot this year, too. She's averaging 7.5. Amelia Harris, she's the MVP of the team right now and one of the captains, co-captains. Joanne Young, mighty Joanne Young. She controls the tempo of the game and can take over along with Erin Doom, dancing Erin. Erin told me to quit calling her that. She gets to dancing at the boys' ball game and she just takes over the show. We've been having a lot of problems with the cable. Lightning hit the cable situation there at the school and knocked some of the out, so we haven't been able to put the games on. That's why you haven't seen any games. Hopefully I'll have it corrected by tomorrow. I went and worked with them today and supposed to meet them tomorrow morning, so hopefully I'll have it corrected by tomorrow and we'll get the last 3 or 4 games I haven't been able to put on. We'll get them on the air. We're getting ready for the tip. 8-minute quarters. Liz Hamilton controls the tip, and there goes Joe Young right off the bat. 2-point up, layup. 2 points. I look to get a lot of layups in this game because Northeastern's, for some reason, over my past experience with them, they do not get back.
Well, almost every team, if they know they're not going to get the tip, they play somebody back safe.
Yeah.
They didn't do that. London had 2 girls back. They didn't even have to have a 2-on-1.
Yeah, they had a fast break set up there. If somebody would have covered Joe,
I don't know.
Should have somebody to pass to. Young out top.
I don't know how many times you get a 2-on-0.
It doesn't happen too often, does it? You know, I've been seeing a lot of carrying the ball lately being called on. I watched it on TV the other night. They did it against the Scooney Penn twice last night. Young's attempt no good.
And on Michael Red.
Yeah, and they're starting to pick that up. I wish there was someone I could do a video to show them the difference of carrying the ball. You can come from the side of it, but you can't turn it over.
Yeah, that's just because those guys try to get too fancy.
Well, see, there's only one person allowed to do that, and that was Michael Jordan. Now that he's out of the picture, all that's going to change. Young weaseled a bounce pass in there. The good idea was there, it just wasn't strong enough. And plus the bounce pass off the dribble. We got a score of 2-0.
So you didn't get a report on what was wrong with Matus?
No, I haven't heard. I see she's not dressed. 14, Craner, they're calling her. I thought it was Kreiner. Now I'm really mixed up.
They're calling her Craner?
He called her Craner. And Glenn usually knows. Oh, we got a foul on Liz, I believe.
It's a nice little move by that 45.
Yeah, she get a good ball fake, went up under him, but put the shot up. This is something Tommy's trying to push. He was stressed, and he was watching one of Bobby Knight's practice tapes and how Bobby Knight stressed to show the pump fake, how important it is. And he had gotten, being out of college, he had forgotten how important that was. Harris all the way to the bucket, no good. Young back up, and she's fouled, and she'll go to the bucket shooting 2. Tommy had forgotten how important the pump fake, showing the ball, just get the person just to move, or just raise their head, or just raise their arms, and then be able to make that move to go around them or whatever. And when you play, it comes natural to you. But when you're teaching somebody, you got to stop and think, hey, I got to show them the right way to do this. And then it becomes fundamental. Young was good on the first one, gives her 3 points. 5-0 London. And as usual, she hits the second one, and I'm also doing all the talking.
So what does she have on free throws? 71? No, 60%?
60%, yeah.
Geez, that seems like she makes more than that.
Good fake. Nice turn, number 51. Down to Eichelberger, got 2. Harris fell on that play, lost control. Here comes number 23, Molly Daniels, and the score is 6-4 all of a sudden. Harris
pretty good on those shots, didn't they?
Yeah.
On those passes, and
Harris is getting a little physical out there. We weren't able to see that because we were more or less zoomed in on the ball. Near steal. Harris' head's not in this game right now. She carried the ball and got away with it. 2 points, Harris.
Well, when she's going for that loose ball, she has to go at it with 2 hands and not go at it and recover the dribble.
You got to go at it strong. Liz Hamilton.
Get it out.
She's all business in under that bucket there. Liz for 2.
Beautiful pass by Aaron Doom.
And a beautiful cut without the ball. Moving without the ball is so important, and young people don't understand that. You can't get the ball if you don't get to the open areas. 51, Eichelberger. 10-6. London right now is Coach Whitford calls for a timeout. 4:15 to go in the contest. Tom is kind of letting them know they got an excuse for about everything they've done wrong. It's not time for excuses, it's time to play ball. And nothing you can do about those excuses, you just make up for them and keep on playing. Forget it. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, London just don't seem like they're in this game tonight. They don't seem like their heads are in it. There's a good shot of London's finest school teachers and assistant superintendent, I believe.
3-2 zone is giving them a little trouble. They're going to put Amelia on the high post. She started there the last time.
Well, she was up there earlier in the game, and I got to think they're putting a little pressure on her. She's not getting the ball. They're trying to force it into her, and she's getting beat up. And the first thing you got to do in that high post, you got to have some strong hands, especially when you're being double teamed like that. And that's where the old medicine ball used to come in handy. The coaches don't use that anymore. They think it's crazy. If you got some strength in them hands, I knew a guy named Dave Stanley who's gone now. You could not get the ball out of his hands. Young sets up for a two-pointer. It's good. That gives her 6 out of the 12 for London. And you're more than welcome to jump in there anytime. You're making me talk. And everybody there says, Gary, don't you ever shut up and let Lou talk once in a while?
I don't notice.
Especially Red Rutherford. He had something to say about that the other day. I said, well, Red, since you're the king, I'll tell Lou he's allowed to talk. I've been on Red Rutherford the last 2 or 3 games. He's the king of the Dixie. They call him Juan.
The Dixie?
Yeah, they call him Juan Valdez. You want any gossip, go to Dixie. You want to know anything, go to Dixie. Young steps back off of the 3. Bounce off the rim. He recovers the ball. Goes strong to the basket. Ooh, 2 more.
Joanne went up in the air and hesitated. Let the defense get out of the way and then put it up.
Score jumps up to 14-6 now. London's never been behind. I think he got another foul, and I think it's going to be called on Liz Hamilton. That's her second.
Foul on Liz Hamilton. Her second team foul, number 2.
Time to get her out of the game a little early. And we got a jump ball. Even though there's girls, and nothing against girls playing ball, but they have a tendency to wait a minute, put the ball right out in front of you, of their defender, for them to grab it. Harris just come down the right side, turn around, turn jumper, and we got a foul on 45. I believe that was away from the ball. 45 is a limited records. That's a catch and shoot. Ma never brought the ball down. Put back up by Doom. I'll give you London's score report next time so you can write something down.
Yeah.
16-6 London. Oh, good pick. Couldn't finish. And we got her traveling. She does that quite often. I don't know if the freshman boys are back or they're just getting ready to go. I think they play at Alder tonight. Or maybe they've already played.
She got fouled by her own player. Come on, ref, call it.
Doom uses that body. I think Doom's been in the weight room too. She's an awful strong young lady.
She's been hitting the board an awful lot for all of her shots, and they had a big article on that with, what was that about in the paper, about hitting the bank board on the shots, and they were talking about how some of the great ones always hit the board on the shots and too many people don't do it.
Right.
I believe that.
And you have to use the board. That's what it's there for. That's what that little square is there for. It wouldn't be there if it wasn't for a reason. And this is something a lot of coaches don't really push. We had a coach, the coaches for Otterbein, went to school here, and he never shot a shot. I don't care where it was from. 99% of them was used off the board. And if you played for him, you used the board, or you didn't play. It's that simple. And you'll find out you get a lot more accuracy using that board. You get a lot more shots go in, especially when you got the right angles and stuff.
Especially when you're in about 8 to 10 feet. That's what I like to see everybody hit the board, except for when they're straight on. If they have any angle at all.
Mr. Doom there, the commissioner, got a good shot of him. That's Carl Pan to stand. I see we got, what's her name? Jennifer Langley.
Jenny Langley.
She's been following girls pretty close. She played with them last year. We'll get a shot of her in a few minutes if we haven't already. Jets are moving the ball pretty good now. The ball just don't want to go in. Doom with the rebound. Kreiner's passing to Zoom. Taken away by number 25, Carrie Mount. I know some Mounts from that area, and if she's any relation to the Mount, I think their name was Mounts. That probably should have been a catch.
And she should have just caught it and retrieved it rather than try to do something with it after she had it.
Yeah, that's a lot of things young players don't think about, and that is the first thing you do is catch the ball. Get control of the ball before you try to do anything else.
23 must be their shooter.
She's throwing it up enough. As 25 throws one up, is she going to get a count?
I believe she is. Foul on Ashley Kreiner.
Up, she don't get a count. 18-6. Kreiner, as they're calling her. I might have to check with her and be sure what her name is. He's calling her Kreiner. We was calling her Kreiner.
It has to be Kreiner.
What is it, Carl? Is he saying it right? I didn't see Emily come in the game, and so is the Long, the birthday girl's in the game. Good steal by Harris to see what she can do in the open field. Harris all the way. She's got about all her points happening. They've got 8. She's got 6 of them. 20-6, and we're down to. We got a 20-point quarter going here. Young drives hard to the bucket, and she will be fouled. Go to the bucket shooting 2.
I think sometimes
45.
When they've played so well a lot this year, I think we're thinking always that they should do real good all the time. And even though they've had a few turnovers this quarter, they still got 20 points.
Right.
But this other team has thrown the ball away over. They must have 10 turnovers this quarter. I mean, it wasn't because, yeah, Joanne got the jump ball, but they've just thrown it away, period.
And you're also looking at a situation where you have to play through your mistakes. You might start out a little rusty, but just like the coach said, he don't want any excuses. Let's go out there and play through the mistakes.
And number 13 looked awful young. She's a freshman.
Yeah, she's small. And Young misses them both. That's a rarity. Like you said, she's a 60% shooter. Right now she's shooting 50 for tonight. That looked like a double dribble. Doesn't matter. The ball was deflected and thrown away. 22 seconds to go in the first period, 20-8, London. At the end of this quarter, I want you to analyze what we've seen so far. Can you handle that? Good ball fake, pass inside. The pass just a little slow. You know, that's another thing that you have to know too. Is the ball has to be thrown when the person's open. In a situation like that, it's got to be away. The ball was thrown where the defensive player could get to it.
I get discouraged at seeing it in college where no players can feed the post.
Yeah.
I mean,
as we end the quarter, 20-8, and like I said, I'm going to put the pressure on you to analyze this first quarter and see where we're at here.
Well, what I've seen in the newspaper, Northeastern just doesn't have any firepower, and that's what it's showing here now. London has not, quote and unquote, shot the ball real well because they haven't had to take any long shots. But Joanne had a nice three-point attempt that was just very, very close. But they pretty much had all inside in the paint, the shot chart.
Not to cut you off, but for a second, there's one of our prettiest ball players to come out of this school. Now I can't even say her name.
Jenny Langley.
Jenny Langley. She graduated last year and contributed very strong to the game. Now, back to your comments, Ty.
Well, I mean, London's playing real good. They are getting some steals. And surely Northeastern has thrown some balls away, but London's hustling to get the ball and taking it down and doing something with it. They've made a lot of use out of a lot of their fast breaks. So you got to figure the score is 20-8, and London's probably had 5 fast breaks. That's 10 points. If they didn't have any fast breaks, the score would only be 10-8.
You're looking at a team that's only won 2 games. I can't remember Northeastern ever being that good in girls basketball. Not to take away from what London's doing, because they're playing good team ball. The scoring spread out pretty even. As Doon gets her shot blocked. Quick jumper off the board, number 23, Molly McDaniel. And just that quick, we got a 10-point game. 23 shows me some good basketball skills.
Molly McDaniel. She's 11th grader.
Near steal by Harris as London puts on a full-court trapping press. 1, 2, 2.
That freshman's going to get a good initiation on this press. Oh, Joanne.
Yep, and Joe come up a little bit too quick. Because she could probably anticipate her turning to the right and been sitting there waiting for her.
She thought she could get it, and then she thought she couldn't, so she held up, and she couldn't stop.
Going to the ball strong, good jump shot, little 21. What grade is she in? She's a sophomore. Alexander.
Yeah, they have 2 sophomores.
They've only got 1 senior on the team.
2 sophomores, 2 juniors, and a senior starting.
Of course, London has all juniors, 9% juniors. As Doon goes up and she's fouled, should be going to the line, shooting 2.
So now they have their senior out of there, so now they have 2 sophomores, 2 juniors, and a freshman.
Yeah. Doom's going to the line, should be shooting 2, 39% shooter. She's made 21 out of 53. Now she's made 21 out of 54. Ew, 21 out of 55. It's not helping that percentage any.
Got to do something about that because that's going to be very critical in tournament time.
Yeah, and this is one of the things he said. The whole team is shooting under 50% on their free throws. That's one thing Coach talked about earlier before the game started.
You know, after 1 or 2 games, you're going to get a tough game, and the foul shots are going to make all the difference in the world.
They can make you or break you.
Get a freshman. Oh, right.
Good move, just letting them strength it up, and number 21. The sophomore and a freshman are kind of carrying the load here. Still a 10-point game. Jessica Mann goes up and she'll draw a foul.
Foul on Jessica Mann, 3 seconds. On the line, shooting on the post.
Doon was in the shooting 1-and-1, and we got a timeout. 20-second timeout. Northeastern.
Looks like the London subs are going to get some playing time tonight.
Well, we still haven't put this game away. We're still only like 10-point difference. And we were 12, I believe, at the end of the first quarter. We had a big first quarter.
Well, what I've been saying all along for all year is that you don't make dumb mistakes, and they've had some turnovers tonight, but I don't consider a lot of them as being really passes that they shouldn't have tried. They've all had a pretty good idea. They just were off a lot.
Like a lot of passes in the paint, you've got to throw to the open hand. You can't just throw to the person. And Dumas misses one more. from the foul line. She's having a terrible night from the foul line.
She got a finger in the eye and got a foul anyway.
She's been getting beat up quite a bit. She had a, I think, a head injury over at Bexley. No, over Franklin Heights in that game. She's going to be beat up before she gets to be a junior. And we put Liz Hamilton back in the game.
Who's this, number 25?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Carrie Mount. No good. They get their own rebound. Liz Hamilton comes in, does her job. Pulls down the big rebound. Pass into Doom, back to Harris, and it gets the roll. That was Harris, wasn't it? Who scored that?
No, it was Hamilton.
Okay.
Assist by Doom.
Oh, they're all wearing ponytails tonight, or pigtails, whatever you want to call them. Liz has got two, so that I can tell the difference now. Harris. 3 points. London's starting to pick it up now, 27-12.
Shoot, freshman.
She did.
Yes. No
She runs like a cross-country runner, too, if you've seen her run. Doom takes it hard, strong to the bucket, and she's going to shoot the foul line again. She got to convert some of these. She got 4 points.
I'm surprised that Erin doesn't get more charging fouls, but she hasn't had. I haven't seen where she has gotten. So
as long as the defense is moving.
If she starts to go, you better get out of the way.
She definitely will take you with her. And here comes the freshman.
Well, Erin Doom isn't helping her foul shot percentage tonight.
She's 0 for 4 right now. And you get to thinking about that, and it'll make you a miss. Good fake, 25. Carrie Mount, she's a junior. Good ball fake, and she puts in. Harris comes back with 2 more. Harris got 11 for the contest.
Turn and look.
Harris started to make the pass to Doom, seen Doom covered, went to go up, and some defensive player right beside her.
Should have taken a dribble and got in closer.
Mm-hmm.
And stronger.
That's the only thing I really see. One of the main things I see with Harris is not using a lot of strength. One time I notice her using strength is when she gets upset. And then she'll get a little out of control and bang it up some.
The freshman girl got out of a jam there. They had 2 girls trapping her in a corner. She just threw it off her leg. Pretty smart play.
I wonder who's the first one ever did that. Good drive on 21, Jessica Alexander, and she'll go to the line shooting 2.
The best one is when a person throws the ball off of another player's back and then comes in and catches it and goes in for the layup.
Yeah.
So you're not passing it to yourself, but indirectly you are.
But that's not as good as that play where this player went and what did he do? Call that one time he laid down and started screaming and hollering and barking like a dog, and everybody thought something was wrong with him. Everybody got away from him. They went in, getting the ball and winning the game. Got Young up top, controlling the game. She's point. We got like a 1-4. 1-3-1. Houston, whatever that is. Good ball fake. Joe Young. Ball come off hard, didn't it?
Well, I got to hand it to Northeastern. They're not just passing it around, passing it around. They're shooting the ball.
They're throwing it to the bucket, aren't they? Good inside pass.
Wow.
Number 10, Jessica Mann, 31-19. They're still holding their own. We haven't run away from them yet. Number 50 for London. I don't know who that is.
It's a reserve girl.
I got the reserves. Andrea Clifton. Okay.
She scored a couple points in the varsity game the other night.
She's going to the line shooting now. I didn't have her in the regular lineup. Maybe they're inserted her in Matus's place for tonight.
Well, you got to kind of prepare because any time a girl can go down with a sprained ankle,
Right?
right before the tournament, you better have somebody ready that's had some experience.
Criner's going back in. She's going to go in for Cindy Long. Criner's got 3 fouls. I don't know if I would have put her back in right now or not. 31-18. Unless you're trying to prove it, hey, you got to learn to play with fouls. Northeastern won the foul reaching on Doom. Good ball fake, good board, 23. Molly McDaniel, number 23.
I'd call that hitting it off the board, wouldn't you?
That was beautiful. When Kreiner gets called, she takes that one step and shuffles her feet. That was a close one there.
I'd have to get a slow motion on that one.
I didn't see that one.
I'd have to get a slow motion on that one.
The one earlier in the game I saw, but I didn't see that one. How about that reverse? Dribble reverse. Good trap.
Oh, look under. Wow.
Number 10, Jessica Mann. And they're right back in this game, 31-23. But Amelia takes him back out of it. 3 more for Harris.
Amelia feels very comfortable on that shot.
Yeah. 21. We're getting tit for tat here. 34-25. Only difference, we got 3 and they got 2. Amelia, once again, a little short. She goes down.
Go ahead, dribble.
55 seconds go in the first half. 34-25 London. Steal by Harris. Now, would you have called that a double dribble?
Yes. I was hoping Amelia would give us that twirl shot again. Good pass.
Looking into Harris, and she'd go to the line shooting too. Young comes up with the ball, passes into Harris. Harris is fouled, she'll go to the line.
A good steal and a good quick pass, but Amelia couldn't handle it to get the shot off.
A lot of Harris's shots, they go in, but a lot of them sometimes I don't see how, because she doesn't square up on a lot of her shots. She's shooting 71% from the foul line. She's their leading free throw shooter. Yeah. and both of them roll out. Liz Hamilton. And we got a foul. So much going on right there. Who do you call it on?
You're going to call it on red 10. Well, London's only had 3 fouls this half.
38-25. They scored 20 the first half, and this half they're looking at 18. So they could have another 20-point quarter. They scored 20 the first quarter, and they're looking at another possible 20-point quarter. 19 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, Northeastern came to life a little bit that quarter. Done some good playing.
Oh, Hamilton can't get the roll. Two 20-point quarters would be great, wouldn't it? She misses them both. And Doom gets one over the back. We still got 13 seconds. And we got a foul on Harris.
If you want to play, you can't get that third and fourth foul.
That's 2 on Harris, 38-25.
It was 20-8, 12 points.
Got a 1-1 here.
Played us pretty even this quarter.
And we got a jump ball. The ball goes in the Jets' favor.
Can they do anything in 9 seconds?
I'd say, yeah.
Give it to the big person.
If they get it in bounds. There the girls got it. Kreiner, she'll save the ball, and a little time will run out with the score at halftime, 38-25. We'll let Carl do a little work on the crowd there.
The score was 18-17 that quarter, so. Somehow we were a lot better than them in the first quarter, and now they're just as good as we are. See what happens in the third and the fourth quarter.
Well, they ended up, what did we get that quarter? 19? 18?
You got 18, we got 17.
It's 38-25.
8-25.
I'll give you a quick rundown on the scoring. There's Doug Green's beautiful wife. She's a faithful supporter of his reserve team. Reverend Young there in the crowd supporting his daughter. Try to point some of these people out if I know them, and my wife sees them, and then she, who's that? Who's that? And so I'd have to let her in on it. There's Joe Young's mother. We've got Kreiner with 2 points. Yeah, it's no rush. You can do whatever you want. Okay. Let me blind him with this ball here. I don't feel too bad, Carl, because Lou doesn't have much more hair than I got. He just got combed over the top there.
I'll tell you, when I look at it, it doesn't look so bad until I see it in the mirror.
But anyway, we have Kreiner with 2 points, and she also has 3 fouls. And we're in the first half. Liz Hamilton, I have her with a total of 6 points unofficially and 2 fouls. And I have Harris with a 16-point first half. She only had 4 in the first quarter, so she jumped up over 12 in the second quarter. She has 2 fouls. And I've got Joe Young with 10 points. She had 8 in the first quarter, and then she kind of done a lot of dishing in the second quarter, and she ended up with 2 points, which gives her a total of 10. And Erin Doon, who has 4 points, but she's also missed 4 free throws. Erin, naughty, naughty, mustn't do. That's a bad one on you.
Could have had a lot of freebies there.
And you're looking at your team here as far as Northeastern. They're pretty equal scoring there.
2 with 6 and 1 with 5 and 1 with 4.
So
well, it's nice that Northeastern could make a few baskets in that second quarter, make a game of it. I'd rather have every game be close than having them win by 30 or 40.
And like I say, we have a score of 38-25. We will. How you doing, champ? We will be bringing you something here later on. Capital West Umpires Association, high school baseball and fast pitch softball. We're going to have some meetings and agendas and a rules discussion. And this year, I guess it's a situation where people who want to be umpires have to go to some kind of schooling. And this is just going to do nothing but upgrade the calls and stuff like that, and I think they should do that in every sport.
So this is just for ones that are already doing it, and they have to come to a meeting like that.
Well, not only that, anybody who wants to be an umpire, I'll get them more information on this a little bit later. Bob Powers will be I think running the classes. It starts on February 6th at 4 p.m. But they're going to have, like I say, they're going to have meetings at the Hartley Room on February 6th, 13th, and 27th.
So what's that, the Madison County Hospital?
Yeah, at the Madison County Hospital Hartley Room. And then they're also going to have on the 6th at 5 o'clock on discussion of the state rules and interpretations, so that people know, the umpires know more what they're calling and how to interpret the rules. Like I've got a thing on rules in basketball here, most uninterpreted rules that are called that people don't understand. A lot of times the officials don't understand something. They call them and they're making the calls wrong because they're not really sure of what the rule means.
That was a page for the officials to explain some of the rules that they should be a little bit
Basically it was, but I think
it
should be a page for everybody, because if people in the stands see these and they want to call like a double dribble. Or travel. And like a double dribble or travel, one of those two is not a travel. You have to have control of the ball before you can be called for traveling. You can go all the way down the floor flopping the ball and bouncing and doing all kind of stuff, and until you have complete control of the ball and then do something with it, then the calls should be made. Other than that, but 90% of the time, an official will call either a traveling or a double dribble because they're not sure of the call.
Well, I read your paper, and then they're letting it go this year, which it really bothers me, because I don't think it ever was letting it go, and that is that when you recover the ball, when you bounce it, as you recover it, they're not counting that possession.
Right.
The Indy can go ahead and dribble.
Right.
But before, that was just the same as using a dribble, and you couldn't dribble after you did that.
Yeah.
But
it's clear cut. You got to have possession and have control of the ball before it can be called a double dribble. And I did have the paper with me. I don't know for sure I got it here or not. But anyway, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Let me look here right quick. Yeah. Okay, let me see what we got here. Okay, a player cannot travel unless he is actually holding the ball and moves illegally. A player may fumble the ball the entire length of the floor and has not traveled.
That's where
If a player attempts to stop a dribble, loses control, fumbles the ball, then gains control, the player has not traveled.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying. And a lot of people don't understand that. And
I read that, and
that comes right from the Ohio Athletic Association, Ohio High School Athletic Association. I can't even say athletic.
But they didn't say in here, if a player attempts to stop a dribble, loses control, and fumbles the ball, that's the same thing. Loses control and fumbles the ball, then gains control. The player's not traveled, but can he travel again? Can he dribble again?
Once he's done that, he's done.
He can't dribble again.
Well, I understand that he can't dribble again.
Well, I would just.
Well, there should be one in there on double dribble. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, there's no height to a dribble. Player can dribble the ball over his head and there's no violation call.
I know, but I've seen that one called as still as carrying the ball if it went well high and they had it in their hand a little too long.
Right.
Which is the same thing if it comes up above your waist or above your shoulders. It's pretty darn difficult not to take too many steps in between your dribbles.
One of the main things, we'll just say this is the ball. Now if you're dribbling and you come around, yes, I got the camera there, and you come around, this is not carrying the ball. But if you get this far down and bring it over, then that's carrying the ball. So that's where they get it. But as far as people used to be, the dribble had to be just like this. Now you can come from the side of the ball and bring it down and more or less push it.
Well, but they're saying on there you can dribble above your head, but if you dribble it and the ball comes up to here, you're going to be taking too many steps in there during that time before the ball hits the ground again.
There's no rule on how many steps you can take between dribbles, because the dribble doesn't determine how far you can go with the ball. You can take one dribble and push it out in front. You can take 5 steps and then come right back into the ball.
But I think they're getting into trouble because it looks funny, and I think they're going to get into trouble if they don't call some of those things.
Yeah, you're going to have parents raising cane and stuff like that. Slapping the backboard is ignored if it is incidental to the player defense, to playing defense, okay? So that's where I used to get in trouble. I used to hit up way above the rim. I'd go up and slap top, over top of the backboard, Red Rutherford, he saw me do it before. He knows all about it.
You hit the top of the backboard with your right hand while you were dunking it with your left.
There you go. And kicking the rim with my foot. Well, I better cut that. I'm going to have to ask forgiveness for that because I didn't start telling fibs now. We have another one here. The 3-second count is suspended while a player drives to the basket. So if I'm driving to the basket and you're on my team and you're standing in the 3-second area, you can stand there as long as I'm driving back. It's not a 3-second count.
Yeah, they got carried away on that 3-second call a lot.
We'll keep you folks updated on some of these misinterpreted rules and regulations from time to time. 38-25 to start second half.
I have to bring my binoculars so we can see over there.
Who you missing?
You can't tell who some of those people are, and I think I know who they are.
Oh, okay.
Good pass inside.
Liz Hamilton gets the roll. Good pass into Liz Hamilton.
You made that pass, Harris?
Yeah. I tell you what, the Jets are moving that ball pretty crisp. Of course, taking it to the ball basket hard. Doom with the rebound.
Get it in.
Inside to Hamilton, turnaround jumper. 2 more. (42-25). London's kind of trying to slip away now. Bungo, 3-pointer by.
They got a 3-point shooter.
Damien Eagle. 42-28. They're keeping us honest. They're making us play anyway.
Bounce past Joanne.
Kreiner with the dribble entry. And Doon comes up strong, just forces it over top of somebody, and she gets 2 more. Gives her 6 for the contest. London's full court press forces a turnover.
There's one thing about the press, though. Sometimes you can press some teams all over the place, and the other teams you can't get it at all.
That's right.
You get some teams that are not good fundamentally with the passes and the technique of attacking the press, and you can steal the ball. And when you get into good games,
that's when you got to have your press has really got to be there.
Press is tough to get.
And you got to have a lot of players to do that press. That's what makes Pickerington so tough. They go 10, 12 deep. and every one of them usually ends up with a Division I scholarship offer. Hey, this little 23 is coming alive. Violet McDaniel. 44. We're down. We got a difference of 13 points now. London's up.
There's a plus for me. I looked right at the referee to see whether that was a 3-point. So
I did too.
We didn't have to ask whether it was a 3-point or not. Bounce pass, yes sirree.
And Liz was looking for it. Liz almost got down on her knees to catch that pass. She was looking for that one. She has a nose for the ball. That looked like a bad call, but the official was right on the line, so he had a better angle than we have.
Turn and shoot, girl.
Good turnaround jumper. Hamilton, she's just taking over this game, scoring and rebounding. Here comes Doom.
Wow.
No good. Didn't use the board that time. She usually uses the board.
Yeah, that's a good jump shot though.
Getting tongue-tied like I'm doing, ain't you?
Jump shot.
2-foot jump shot.
I need a Pepsi.
Yeah, and I'm not sharing my grapefruit juice with you. That's right. That is on record, isn't it, Carl? All this time. I don't have a light here. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Moves I've seen all year.
46 to 33, a 13-point difference as Harris drives strong to the bucket. She's fouled and she'll go to the line shooting 2.
It's like Northeastern has quite a few fans over there.
They've also picked up the pace as far as their defense.
I found out that Corey Dowler is going to Columbus State, and so is who were you talking about at half? No, last year, the 4-year starter last year.
Okay, tell you in just a second. 2 points for Harris.
Jessica's going there.
Do they have a basketball team? I knew they had a boys team. I don't know if they had a girls team or not. So Corey Dollar come back up out of Florida, huh?
Yeah.
I had him in California, didn't I? Harris, 2 more. That gives her 20 for the contest so far. We have a 50 to 33 score.
That girl should have just got the ball and taken the shot instead of trying to go in there underneath the big timber.
Well, what I miss while I was taking
turnover by London, a turnover by Northeastern.
Doing my patrol duties. Harris goes a distance, puts it up, basket's good.
You need Emil, you need a little left hand right there.
We got a timeout Northeastern with a score of 52 to 33. Looking at pushing it up to a 20-point lead.
Yeah, we got a 19-point lead, huh?
Yeah. So London's slowly inching away. Like we say, Northeastern is playing a lot of young kids.
Well, if any of these girls watch the game, let's just say good luck on Thursday night against Lakewood, because that's going to be, I don't know their record, if they're undefeated, but they're close to it.
There's one of Tommy's players. What's his name, Carl? Jordan Brock. Me and him are going to bump a few heads one of these days and see who's the toughest. Evidently, Tommy's team must be back. I don't know what happened. They played Johnson Alder tonight. Must have just been a boys' game.
I'd love to go to that game Thursday, but that's a long way over to Lakewood.
I definitely would like to, but I'm not
That's a long way over Lakewood.
quite ready to ride that far.
Lakewood and
I went to Bexley game for the freshman game in all that storm last Monday, and I couldn't believe it. I said, I got on that freeway, I said, what am I doing out here? But I want to give Tom some support. Usually the freshman, as Harris scores
1, 2, 3 for 5 in fouls.
Usually the freshmen, if they're got some good players, they take them and stick them on the reserves, and the freshmen end up with what's left over. And I want to give Tom all the support I can get. He got a fairly decent bunch of kids there.
It's a 3-on-1. That's a charge.
And that is, I don't know what to say about that, because she had 2 other people with her. It seems to me the ball should have gone through the middle. I see that pass so much anymore, and they throw it away almost every other time I see that pass. Cindy Long's in the game now, along with Ashley Kreiner, Harris, Doom, and Liz. Look at Liz post up. Did you catch that? I mean, she laid a post up there that was a post up. She hooked the girl with her left arm and was calling for it with her right hand. There was no way the girl was going to get around her.
Especially when she's 3 inches taller.
Yeah.
Number 30. Number 30 was 5'5".
She had her on her back.
Oh.
Hamilton up strong again. No good, and she's going to get an over the back call on her. That's 3 or 4. This is Hamilton with
London's
3.
in a 1-3-1 half-court zone.
Half-court zone press, huh?
Half-court zone press, and they got a steal.
Go by Harris. Can she finish? She's having a field day today. She got 25 points already. 55-35. That looked like almost like a double dribble there. Harris looking inside. We got Doom inside. Double down. Passed a little bit too hard.
Too high.
Yeah, come up off the floor.
Yeah, just came up to it. Just needed it below the waist.
I tell you what, these Jets don't go away. They don't give up. I mean, they're still trying even though they're down. They're down about 18 points.
They're a lot better than some of the teams we saw early in the year.
And coach calls a timeout, because even though we have an 18-point lead, he's seeing some things he doesn't like. And a lot of people don't understand, why are you calling timeout? But now's when you correct them. You see something that's wrong, that's right, I don't care how good you're playing or how much you're winning, now's when you correct it. I'm not going to say anything about who the camera's on right now. That's a very pretty young lady. I get in trouble. Kreiner was awful close to being over in the back there. I don't think she realized it.
No, that's a good move. Get in.
Doom takes it to the bucket. Gives her 8 for the contest. We're down to 140 mark. 20-point lead London, 27-37. And they're still continuing to take it in close. There's a situation where you catch the ball. I think Doom was shooting before she caught it. Cindy Long with the rebound, and we got a pushing foul on number 23, Molly McDaniel.
You see those 2 girls up there in a white sweater at the left of the stands, halfway up?
Yeah.
You know the one near who the one is near the steps?
It favors one of the Holbrook girls, but I'm not sure. I don't think so.
You know who that is? That's
Who?
Corey Dowler.
Is that Corey? Okay.
And her mother.
We'll get a shot of him. That ball's going everywhere. And Liz is going to get another foul. Oh, that hurt. That's her fourth. Yeah, I guess that is Corey. And is that her mother?
Yeah.
Okay. This looks a little different. Is it a hairstyle different or something?
They were over to the Jonathan Alder game, which is where I found out that Corey was going to Columbus State. .57-41, and even the fans from the Jets are still hollering, play defense. They feel they still got a chance. Joe Young sneaks back door. I tried it. Yes, there the scout is, right under the E of the Raiders.
That's her first 2 points of this game, right under the E of the Raiders.
That's the Lakewood scout.
Okay.
He was writing that down. He was writing that play down.
He's up high enough where the camera can't get him. Flag. We get the flag before we get him.
Oh, they're trying to do it again.
Oh, out of bounds. Red ball. Well, we got a good job of cleaning up the floor at that spot there anyway.
Yeah. They ran the same play twice.
This girl got a good gooseneck, good follow through. As we got a foul on number 10, I believe. Jessica Mann going over the back. Be a non-shooting foul.
I think their shooters look good. The shooters look good.
They just can't get to go through the whole hoop.
It's hard to tell whether they're going to improve that much to be good next year.
And the quarter end with a score of 59-41 as Aaron Doon comes up short. We got 51-41. Right up the steps there. Right there, I guess. There's Corey Dow and her mother. Corey played for London, what, 2 years ago? 3 years ago. I think she's been in college. This is her second year?
Probably 3 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, she made quite a name for herself while she was playing here. She did a really good job. Kind of pouring out some of these kids when they come back, support the schools. Start out somewhere in Florida. I want to say something like St. Joe's or something like that. She probably works out like her dad. Her dad got to be in his 50s, and he still looks like built like a 20-year-old.
I mean, Phil Dowler?
Phil, yeah. He stays in shape. I don't know what he does for a living, but I'm pretty sure he works out a lot.
He works for the electric company.
I know he stays in shape. Kind of like me, yeah. About the best shape I got is my big toe. Nobody gets to see that. Doom tips it out of bounds. We have a score of 59-41. We're in the last quarter.
Wow, look at that.
That's good release. Good jump shot.
Little freshman shooting a three-pointer.
This won't go. Good rebound. 45. Ricketts on that too. 43-59. They still have not.
Well, they got a lot of girls that can put the ball in the basket. They're...
Doom up strong. She just more or less forces her way in there.
They don't have any strength. They don't have any size. They got a lot of basketball savvy.
London up their point average that time. They had 21 in the last quarter, so that evens out to 20 points per quarter. 61-43.
They still haven't fixed those lights in the scoreboard. What's going on here? The season will be over.
I know.
Wow.
Now we had two people going after that ball strong. Who do you call a foul on?
Foul was on number 21, Jessica Alexander, her first. Team foul number 6.
That to me is a questionable foul too, because both people have the right to that ball.
No, it looked like the red
Both
team
got there at the same time.
I thought the red team had the advantage.
It looked like it. Harris will go to the line shooting 2.
Foul was on Terry Mount, her third. Team foul number 7.
Harris is shooting an average of 71%. She's shooting like 39% from the floor from regular
from the field goal.
From the field goal shots. Averaging 16.4 a game. She's got over 25 now.
She's 1, 2, 3, 4 for 6. 4 sixes is
24.
What percentage is that? That's 67%. And now she's 1, 2, 3.
So you say she's below her percentage, huh?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's 5 for 7. It's got to be about 70%.
Oh, we got a jump ball. The official made that call quick. I missed that takeover, Lou. Help me out.
Joanne made a drive, just couldn't get the ball up on the bankboard.
Got a loose ball, and we got a girl. Let's see how Harris does with this one. Oh, good pass. I didn't think she saw her.
Wow.
Follows up and makes it.
Nice drop pass.
Ashley Craner. I didn't think she saw her at first.
Foul was on Jessica Alexander, her second.
And you know what made that play work? Because Craner got out in front of her far enough so she could see her. A lot of times you'll see people going down the floor on a fast break and they're running side by side. Somebody has to get out in front where they can see you so they can make that pass to you. The same way on defense, I watched a lot of these younger players. Offensive man is running down the floor, dribbling the ball. Defense is running side by side. To you younger players, you get down and wait on them. You hustle your can down the floor and then set up defense and wait on them.
Yeah, I don't know whether Ashley hollered for her or let her know, but Amelia sure made a beautiful drop pass.
Because she wasn't that far ahead of her. I didn't think Amelia was going to see her.
But see, there's where, you have 3 chances to pass it. 1 over their head, 1 through their waist, and 1 on the bounce pass.
Right.
The bounce pass wins most of the time. When you're in tight, the bounce pass wins most of the time.
That's right.
She just tried to throw it over the girl's head. The girl could have deflected it real easy. It's hard to get it by their waist.
Just throw it down where it comes right up across their knees. They can't get down there too easy.
It's easy to catch it when it's coming up that way and go right up for the shot. So that's...
Craner's going to have a chance for a 3-point play here. And she can't make it. Front of the rim, and we got a call here. What was the call? I turned my head. Jump ball, okay. It's kind of hard for me to keep scoring and watch the floor at the same time. I like getting me a scorekeeper up here.
London gave up on that 3-1 trap.
Yeah, now is the time to experiment when you got about a 22-point lead. Jets are not too happy with that call.
Yeah.
They wanted red ball. Had a call here before the shot.
Red 2-5 pushes.
Fouls on 25 before the shot. Liz Hamilton will be going to the line shooting. 9 fouls, so it'll be 1 and 1.
You've been keeping all the fouls. London, they say they have that 3
it's
or
on the board.
Is it 4?
4, yeah, on 25. As Liz makes her first one. The fouls aren't too hard to keep because they list them on the board how many they got. So if I do miss one, I just run across there and put it on.
But I think they only had 3 or 4 the first half, so that's only 8. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Did she make that? You made me miss something, huh?
Yes. Liz made the second one.
Liz, she's bumped and still got control of the ball and put it in with 2 hands. That gives her 16 points for this contest. Rebound by Harris. Out front to Kreiner. She's going up strong. Kreiner. I'm sorry, Carl. I'm still going to ask her.
Look down.
She got a foul called on her. She'll go to the line, shooting 2. There's a situation where I don't think she really knows how to go to the basket strong. You go to a shot like that, you go to the hoop strong.
She has a lot of balls that she doesn't get quite up on the board where she lets someone overstrength her.
Well, I was talking to Bill Russell the other day. And Bill Russell told me that a lot of his shots that he blocked was before the shot. It didn't get toward the baskets. No, it was blocked and either tipped to another player. Where I watched this kid from Ohio State, he blocks a lot of shots. And he fouled out the other day, as he has a few times. But he hits the ball, he'll knock it clear up in the stand or something like that. Everybody goes crazy, but that hasn't done anything to give the other team another chance at the ball.
I am totally against that.
Yeah.
I was just telling someone today on the phone, I was talking to somebody, a basketball man, and I said, I do not understand how Jim O'Brien lets him do that.
And then he'll make a big face like, I've done this, and all he done is knock the ball out of bounds. Well, sure, he stopped at 2 points, but he just took some time off the clock and give them a chance to get the ball back. We got some new players in the game. We got Abby Dobblemar in, Cindy Long,
Break,
and Amy Brake. The rich one, Amy Brake. I thought I seen her driving a new Lexus the other day. That lottery's really been good to him. There's a situation we talked about earlier. Have control of the ball before you take off. We got a foul here. Scowls on.
That was exactly what I was talking about. She took one dribble as she was getting control of the ball, and then she stopped and took and started dribbling again.
That's 6th foul. White 24. 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've only got 11 fouls.
Like Northeastern's having a bad quarter here. They only got 2 points so far.
London's looking at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. They're averaging 20 in this contest. 20, 18, and 21. Well, not quite 20. Who's that? Kreiner? 14. Kreiner? He caught me. She misses the second one, so I can't wait to ask her. Godmont the rebound. Caught an air ball.
Throw the ball.
That bounce could have cost her. That one dribble that Craner made cost an easy layup. Got a jump ball. I tell you what, from what I'm seeing, what I think I'm seeing, these girls, the Jets, are good sportsmen. They're still trying to play ball, even though they're down by about 30 points. Who's 21? Oh, red 21.
Jeez.
There's a little boisterous people out there, but I'll tell you what, he's got a point. The coach has got a point there. There's been they've been pretty rough calls against them. Especially when you're down 30 points and you're still not getting any calls. Somebody in the stands is looking to get tossed out, aren't they? Craner at the line, Carl.
We are ahead by 30.
Yeah.
We are ahead by 31.
Hey, that's good analysis.
And if he makes this, we'll be ahead by 32.
With 3 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the game. I can safely say London's going to go to 11-1. Craner's shooting 50%. 50% from the foul line. Amy Breck goes to the line. Her first chance for get her name in the paper.
She won't come back in.
And she knocks it in. Who are you talking about? Young or Harris? Harris leaves the game. Standing ovation with 28 points. Amy Breck is 1 for 1 from the free throw line after a fine reserve game. One thing he's doing a little bit of is he's getting some of these reserves in with the regular varsity players. And this is something a lot of people don't understand. Just because you're that far ahead, you don't go sticking a whole new bunch of team. You gives the other players a chance to learn how to play with the varsity.
That's right, I agree with that.
So that when they do have something happens, they do need them, they're able to go in there and play at the varsity level. But you stick all reserves in there, then you haven't really accomplished anything.
Plus, it's nice to take out London's two big guns and let the other girls be the dominant players. Now Ashley can take over. She's trying to...
Red is really getting it. Trainer goes to the line again.
They take it seriously about getting beat by 30 points.
I probably would have Harris up to the top running the point and get her some ball handling, get some play handling the ball more and not shoot but looking for other people in this point in the game. because her ball handling is going to be very crucial down when we get down further on down into the leg and into the tournament time. Craner misses them both, and Doom goes up. 2 more for Erin Doom, and she has a chance to make it a 3-point. She has 12 points so far. Young's out of the game. She's going to finish with 12. Erin Doom shooting 1. It's there. She knocks one in. She's shooting 39%. Tonight she's 1 for 5. Now, you would call that a bad pass, wouldn't you?
Well, yes, because it just was down by her ankles.
But if I bend over and catch that ball,
oh, she should have had it.
Then it's a good pass, isn't it? Nobody can throw the perfect pass every time. What I'm trying to say is the recipient of the pass should make that extra effort to catch the ball. No matter where it's thrown, make that extra effort. Erin picks up her 2nd foul. I knew that.
You've had to work pretty hard on keeping your score.
Yeah, and yours is kind of...
You've had 2 baskets this whole quarter.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Anna's got 20 this quarter already. It's kind of warmed down.
Not very often you get 80. Been an awful lot of games in the 40s and 30s this year. I went to a Upper Arlington High School game. The score was less than 40, both teams.
Is that right?
Boring.
There's a lot of pushing and shoving in there and no call. I don't hear Northeastern people say anything about that. Craner can't get the roll. She's in the red zone, couldn't make it fall. That caused blooper time. And she makes up for it. 25, Carrie Mounts. Then you got 6 now.
If you can see the basket, shoot.
See the white of their eyes.
Shoot,
Cindy Long. Cindy don't like to shoot.
Oh my goodness. Ref wants to go home. He's waiting for that pizza.
You sound like Tommy now. We got 1:32 to go in this contest. And London's up 79-49. 30-point difference. Good shot by number 25, Carrie Mounts. Uses the board well.
That was the Pickens girl from West Jefferson's favorite play. Drive the middle and dish it off.
See, now there was a situation where she was taking 2 and 3 steps between a dribble.
I thought she did too, and I don't know about that.
The ball was coming up to her shoulder. You see Craner push off and get off of that play? That was almost unheard of back in the day, that pushing off with one hand and going around people. Your ability got you around them. Quickness. Now the offense does just as much shoving and pushing as the defense does. Dogmar gets the steal, and here comes Craner.
Shoot it right-handed.
She's fouled before the shot. She'll go to the line shooting 2. They're in the bonus. 35 seconds left in the contest. Crainer's a 50% shooter. Tonight she's 0 for 2. I haven't got these two yet. Oh, okay, that's her up there too.
3 for 7.
You're right.
No.
3 for 5.
3 for 8. 3 for 8.
These two aren't there yet.
Oh.
Yep, one of them's there. She misses the first one.
Well, I see a definite shooting flaw that I would like to help, and I think I could help her on her foul shots.
4 for 8, so she's at her 50% mark.
She's got a lot of ability. She needs a little more technique on her shooting technique.
We're looking at a sophomore, so she had to work hard this summer. Good move by Dobmar not to try to pick up that ball. We're down to 24 seconds with a score of 80-53.
Yeah, but you know
London.
what Michael Jordan says, if you're doing it wrong and you practice, you just get better at doing it wrong.
That's right.
So if you don't have the right technique.
Amy Brake shot an air ball. Did you see that? Amy, that was an air ball. Now stop it. That's my buddy. I'll hear about that. And the game ends with a score of 80-53. London victorious once again, takes them to 11-1. As Carl picks up the fans and the sportsmanlike conduct. I'll give you a score here in just a minute. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. 'Finish the score. What was that final score?
80-53.
You sure it was 80?
80. On the money.
Okay, as we finish off this game, because they turn that clock off so fast, and I'm trying to get this together, but we end up Amy Brake, who come off the bench in the last quarter. She gets her name in the paper with 1 point. Cindy Long, she didn't score. Ashley Crainer, she has 10. Liz Hamilton ends up with, I believe, 16. And Harris is high with 28. Joanne Young with 12. And Erin Doon might be a high game for her with 15 points. Should add up to about 80 points.
So, Amelia had 28.
Amelia ended up with 28. So a fine game for them. So once again, it makes the girls go up to 11-1. Had a good season going this year, probably one of the best they've had for quite some time.
I don't think they haven't been anywhere close to 11-1.
So anyway, we're going to end up in this contest up, and this is Gary McNeil
and Lou Mott
saying good night and see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Good luck, Raiders, on Thursday.
On Thursday
against Lakewood.
Good night.